Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your May 2022 reading. Happy birthday to May Geminis. I have 2 June Geminis. I raised 2 June Geminis. Yeah. So, May. So, this year already has, everybody was really hyped about Jupiter and Pisces. And I think that there were a lot of good things about it, but correct me if I'm wrong. I really feel like that because Neptune was also involved with this Jupiter and Pisces transit, there was a lot more of going within. Like I know that I was very quiet, extremely quiet during Aries season, where mostly I probably wouldn't have been because Aries season is, the season where I start to gain energy back after a long winter. But Taurus season for you guys is where you're really looking, it's the time of year where you're looking at your shadow aspects. You're looking at, those parts of you that, we don't necessarily like to see about ourselves, but it happens. And especially because Mercury is also going to be retrograde, and Mercury will start retrograde in your sign on the 10th of May and will regress back to Taurus and then go direct in June. So still during your season. So it'll start retrograde during Taurus season and end retrograde during your season, but but Mercury will be in Taurus. And there's just this time period in your life where you could be really hard on yourself. And the sun is going to join Uranus, and then the sun is going to join the North Node. And having the North Node in the 12th house, and even just it traveling through your 12th house can be really difficult. I'm a 12th house North Node native. Like I have the 12th house there, and you're very hard on yourself with the 12th house there. And so really making sure, especially because Mercury is going to be retrograde in your first house, the narrative that you have going in May is going to be everything. Like it'll be night or day, depending on how you see yourself, how you feel about yourself, how you are seeing your future, stuff like that. There's very much a need for you to turn inward right now and not be so worried about what the outside world is doing. Celebrate yourself. Absolutely. Celebrate yourself during your season. Please, please, please. But you're not going to be able to celebrate yourself during your season if you hold on to the negative narrative in your mind. We want you to have that healthy mental state as well while you're celebrating, especially if you're a 12th house Taurus. Your Gemini rising, your 12th house, Taurus season is always difficult. I'm a 12th house Virgo. Virgo season is always difficult for me. Always lessons, always leveling up, right? So if you're Gemini rising and you're watching this in your 12th house Taurus, every year for your solar return is a level up. I mean, it is for everybody, but for you, it's a spiritual level up. It's about, you'll be extra emotional, because you're going to be seeing like, am I holding on to expectations of other people or situations or whatever? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? Am I not being true to my own self? Am I not being true to my own values? Let's look at your cards. King of Wands. I feel like this is your energy, to be quite honest. I feel like you're coming out in May very, confident and knowing what direction you want to go in and understanding the directions that are going to ease you, right? Six of Swords. And very determined. This feels like very determined energy. Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups. And then I love the bottom. The Nine of Cups is the wish card, right? So the Six of Swords is about moving into an easier time and moving from rough waters into calmer waters. And a lot of that is, the suffering that we endure in life. And if we allow ourselves to see how bad things are all the time, we're going to be miserable, right? So, swords are our thoughts. And so the more we take action on creating a more positive narrative, the easier it is for us to remove ourselves from the tougher situations because we don't want to put ourselves into that anymore. Then we have the Moon. Now, you could also be dealing with a fire sign energy too, but you have the Moon, you have the Death card, and you have the Strength card. The things that you're manifesting right now are very clear to you. And you don't need to know how it's going to look, how the ending is going to look. There's a very clear closure. And it's taken a lot of strength and it's taken a lot of effort, but you've made it. You've allowed yourself to, to get to this place. And so driving yourself crazy with the Moon, right? And remember, we're in eclipse season. We will have the full moon Scorpio eclipse happening in your sixth house. Yeah, happening in your sixth house. And that right there is going to have you questioning your career and the routine that you have on your day-to-day basis. And it's going to have you looking at your health. And, this Scorpio eclipse, I mean, it's not getting past me that we literally have the Death card and the Moon during a Scorpio eclipse reading for you guys. The amount that you allow this Scorpio moon eclipse to reveal to you the things that you need to end in order for you to evolve, the more you allow yourself to see it, not so much in like you have to do everything all at once or, whatever, like allowing yourself to do things step by step instead of thinking that it's all just going to be this big catastrophe and fall down around you. Bringing yourself into the narrative of how far you've come and that you've manifested this. And endings are never easy and closing cycles are never easy. And, we're always having to question ourselves in the directions that we are going in, because if we're not doing that, then, we could be wasting a lot of our own time. But we can't question to the point to where we're keeping ourselves stuck. And you've gotten this far. For some of you, I got to say it, for some of you, there's a Leo energy that you are removing yourself from, or there's this fire energy. And, I have the Strength card down here, so I got to call out Leo, that you're removing yourself from. And, some of you manifested the ending of, a relationship or a career. But yeah, it's bringing you peace of mind And that's the important part. The important part is that the peace of mind that whatever it is that you're going to end with the Scorpio full moon eclipse, it's going to bring you peace of mind. The Gemini new moon, your new moon, happening on the 30th of May, will have Mars conjunct Jupiter in Aries. And that's the Mars conjunct Jupiter in Aries is happening in your 11th house. And that's so much manifestation energy for you. So much in your house of hopes and dreams, right? So you really want to make space for things to take off. I'm just saying that now to you. You really want to make space for the things in your life to take off, because there is so much coming for you. And the way that you want to make space is by following, right, your instincts, your manifestations, showing up for yourself, being confident for yourself. And recognizing that whatever negative narratives come up during Taurus season before we jump into your season, whatever those negative narratives that come up, that they're actually just showing you parts of your life that you need to look at so that you can feel better about it. It's not, it's so funny because we think that we're being picked on by something. We're being picked on by an outside source, or we think that there's something outside of us that's actually the problem. And in reality, if we are still placing ourselves into situations that are not good for us, we are the problem. It's our choice that we're doing that. And so you're getting this opportunity to pivot in your life. Huge pivots with this North Node in the 12th house. And you are being probably harder on yourself than you normally, well, you're probably really hard on yourself anyways, having that 12th house North Node because... but this is helping you to change course, or to get back on course, or to allow yourself to see that maybe you weren't so much looking at how valuable you were, and now it's time for you to. So I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful birthday season. I can't wait to do your extended. We're going to look further into the astrology. There's a lot going on that I didn't even get a chance to talk about. We're going to clarify all of these cards. You can grab the extended by going to Vimeo or becoming a member. Either way, thank you for your support. Have a wonderful May. Have a wonderful birthday for the May Geminis, and I will see you in the extended. Bye.